What's up, fragrant world? Welcome back to another Stay Fresh production. And today we're ranking Creed. I did a video like this a couple years ago ranking my favorite Creed fragrances that I had worn, and I don't remember the exact order of that video, but it will differ pretty substantially in this video, especially because I do have quite a few new additions to my collection since I made that video. So I'm not going to waste too much time. This is going to be a little blitz review of each Creed that I own. I have 7 bottles and 5 decants / samples. So I guess we're talking about 12 different Creeds. There's some that may not be on this list because I haven't been able to wear them, but I might be able to wear them later on and I might love them. But this is what we got for now. We're going to start with, I guess, number 12 here. And this is a classic. This came out in the 80s. And the only reason why this is number 12 is because I haven't really been able to wear it that much. And that's because it comes in this little jar. I hate these little splash jars. I'm not really going to show you up close. This is Bois de Portugal. I think I got this at a Nordstrom or a Neiman Marcus a long time ago. And this is a beautiful aromatic fougere. Lots of lavender. I get bergamot. You get the classic ambergris in here. This is one of those fragrances where I feel like there's more in this fragrance in terms of the notes than you would find listed on most sources like Fragrantica. They list the notes as bergamot, lavender, ambergris, sandalwood, cedarwood, and vetiver. And that's technically it, but it smells like there's more to it than this, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just the way it's blended. It comes off a little old-fashioned, but very much almost barbershop-like, fresh and clean with the lavender, very aromatic, and bright with that bergamot, but it gets real kind of creamy, musky. There's this, again, almost shaving cream feel to it, but there's something kind of old-fashioned about it. I really enjoyed the times that I've been able to wear it from this little splash jar, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite, and maybe if I got a chance to actually spray it, it might rank differently in this list, but for now, it's Bois de Portugal at number 12. And number 11. By the way, one thing I'll say, I really enjoy all of these fragrances. So even though this is at number 11, I love this scent. This has topped some of my lists in the past. So I still love it, but right now this is where it lies. This is Imperial. Yet another classic from the house. And I had a guy in my top 3 silliest things that frag heads do video mention that a lot of reviewers, when we're showing bottles, we always take the cap and sniff. We always do that. To me, it's become an unconscious habit, but I just thought it was hilarious that someone brought that up. It's probably not going to change. I'll keep doing it, but I just literally thought of that as I was pulling off the cap. Anyway, beautiful fragrance for the summer. You get fruits and salt. It's, again, musky. It's sweet and fruity, a little aquatic and salty. Very natural smelling. Very versatile scent. You can wear this elegantly and you can wear it casually. Beautiful scent, again, for the hot weather. Performance isn't that great, but that's why you wear it when it's hot. It'll shine a little bit better. That's Imperial. At number 10, this is a fragrance I haven't worn in a while. I was wearing it a lot last year, but haven't really reached for this decant that much. I still really enjoy it. At number 10, you see if you can read that. This is Royal Oud. This is a staple for many people. A lot of people love this one. And this is a dry, woody fragrance. You get lots of cedar wood, kind of oud, but not really. I get lots of angelica and lots of galbanum too. And I think galbanum can bring almost like a dusty feel. And I really get that dusty woodiness from this. It has some pink pepper, so it is a little spicy, but it's very woody, very dry, but very sophisticated. Great scent. If I get through this decant, maybe I'll get a bottle someday, but I'm enjoying it from this for now. Great scent for the fall. Hopefully I'll get some more wear out of it once the weather starts cooling down. All right, we're moving a little slow. Let's move quicker here. At number 9, we have Vetiver Geranium. A fragrance that I have reviewed. I'm not super proud of that review now. There were some things I would change about it, but hey, it's up on my channel if you want to go find it. I put a heavy dent in this fragrance, and I have my good friend A2 to thank for this one. Years ago, he was very generous enough to gift this to me, so thank you, A2. I have not forgotten. This is a beautiful unisex fragrance. You get lots of vetiver and geranium, but there's also apple and there's some cinnamon in there. It's fresh, but it's also kind of fruity, floral, but it's spicy and woody. I think there's cedar wood as well. This is a great scent, great for the spring and even for the autumn as well. And I've been wearing it a little bit more this year than I did last year. So beginning to re-enjoy Vetiver Geranium from Creed. At number 8, this is a sample that is completely empty. And this is Viking. I have the last bit of sprays on my hand. I do miss this fragrance. I used to own a bottle of this. I ended up selling it off for various reasons, but I kind of miss it. It's a great kind of old-fashioned fougere-like fragrance. Again, it's spicy, it's rosy, it has lots of sandalwood and lavender. There's lots of pink pepper, there's black currant in here, lemon, bergamot, I believe. It's a beautiful scent. A lot of people didn't really care for it when it came out and said it smelled like Old Spice or Ben Gay. I don't really disagree with that, but if you try to change your state of mind, which I know can be hard to do when you have those kinds of associations, but to me it just smells very fresh and clean, but bold and very confident. So that's Viking, one that I really enjoy. Hope to get some more later on. At number 7, Green Irish Tweed. This is a very professional scent. This made a list of professional scents that I put together. And this is a classic and timeless. Came out in the 80s once again. Beautiful violet based scent. I think there's a little bit of iris in there, but lots of lemon verbena, ambergris, sandalwood. The dry down is where the magic happens. It stays green and fresh, but it gets creamy. It's so nice. In the opening, it's great. It smells like kind of wet leaves. That's how I think of the scent, like a wet forest, but it really dries into something super, I think, sensual. I really enjoyed the dry down. That's Green Irish Tweed. I guess this is number 6 here. We have a decant of Creed's original Vetiver. You can see the green juice. Another fragrance I used to own a bottle of. I got rid of it, again, for various reasons. Around the same time Viking left, but now I kind of miss it. Obviously some vetiver, but not super in your face, woody, earthy vetiver. It's very clean, super clean and soapy. Smells like a high quality soap to me, very similar to Mugler cologne, but more high quality to me, has a creaminess to it when it dries down. That's a little bit smoother than the Mugler to me. So that is original vetiver. Coming in at number 5, I absolutely love this one. This is original Santal. Man, I haven't been able to really wear this over the past year or so, at least over the past several months, but back in the fall I wore it a lot. In the winter, gorgeous sandalwood based scent. Not a whole lot of sandalwood in terms of the woodiness of it, but it's super creamy and sweet. There's cinnamon. It basically, when I put this on, people tell me I smell like clean laundry, which they seem to love, and I love it too. I love wearing it. And I hope to get more wear out of this coming up in the autumn here. Beautiful, sweet, and fresh and creamy scent. So that is original Santal. All right, at number 4, this is a fragrance I, once again, don't have a bottle of. I have a splash sample of it, but man, the more I've worn this, I really hope to somehow get a bottle of this in the future. It's very expensive though. This is Spice and Wood. I have a little splash sample, like I said. Wow, this is such a gorgeous scent. I really rediscovered this one wearing it to bed, actually. I splashed a little bit on and I lay down and I was like, this is incredible.
I need this.
Dang, it was so good. I think it's like $575 for maybe a 75 ml bottle. Way expensive. If I can find it discounted, I'd love to get it. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy this. I might try to put this in a sprayer so I can actually spray it on and really experience it that way. But I love this scent. It has, again, woody facets because it's wood and spice as well. I think there's some apple in here. It's fresh and crisp and woody, but it's very light, very elegant. I love it. That's Spice and Wood. At number 3, it had to be coming up at some point. Here it is. I do love it. This is a Ventus. And again, one that I'm trying to avoid, but man, you can't hate it for the smell. Yes, it's overhyped. Yes, it's overpriced, especially for the formulations you get these days. that are weaker and don't last very long or don't project. But man, it's a great scent DNA. I think it's timeless. I think this scent DNA will be around for a long time. And it is probably, without question, the most cloned scent profile you've ever seen out of any fragrance. It's a fruity chypre, pineapple, and black currant. It's sweet and fruity and juicy. It has some bergamot in there, but also very woody with the birch. There's patchouli in there. There's apple in there. It's a great combination of notes. It smells very versatile, sophisticated, yet it can be playful if you wanted to and casual, but man, what a bold and beautiful fragrance DNA. Here at number 2, rather new to my collection, is Royal Water, one that is not that talked about. I've been wearing it quite a bit this summer. This is a beautifully simple scent, but so high quality. Lots of basil and mint. I think there's citrus, maybe like lemon or something, and you get some ambergris and there's some musk in there. It's very aquatic and fresh and clean, so refreshing. But it dries down to something a little bit more musky and, again, in my opinion, more sensual. I love this one, especially for the summer. I get decent performance out of it. It lasts 7 hours on my skin. I can detect it for the first 3 or 4 hours around me, so I'm not mad at that. That is Royal Water. And a lot of you guys might already know what number 1 is. And this one surprised me that it's grew to be currently my favorite creed. Silver Mountain Water. It's so crisp and refreshing. You get a lot of tea in here. There's black currant. People say it has an inky feel to it. It kind of does, but it's beautiful in an unusual way. Fresh and clean, and this is one that gets a lot of compliments. It's very unique in the air. When you pass by people, they smell it. It smells refreshing and clean, but it smells unfamiliar. It's like, man, what is that? It smells good, but it smells like nothing I've ever smelled before. That's a hard thing to accomplish, and this came out in the 90s, and it's still kind of untouched in terms of its scent profile. So in that way, I think it's a little underrated, especially behind this guy here. The fact that its scent DNA has withstood the test of time and has not really been duplicated in terms of this type of fragrance. So that is my current number 1 Creed Silver Mountain Water. Now you know what time it is. It's time for you to leave a comment down below and tell me what is your top Creed fragrance, number 1. And I want to challenge you. I know a lot of you guys would say Ventus. I can guarantee that. I want you to see if you can slide a Ventus down to like number 2 or maybe number 1B. If you're going to make a number 1A, try to find another one to put at number 1 other than a Ventus. So the challenge is I would like to not see a Ventus is my favorite Creed, unless a Ventus is the only one you've smelled. And of course, that's totally okay. But, you know, if you want to accept the challenge, it's here on the table. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Make sure you hit the bell icon. I don't ever say that, but I have been noticing that I'm having a hard time being up to date on certain reviewers' uploads because I don't hit the bell. And I'll go to their channel. It's like, man, they've been putting out videos for the past 5 days. I haven't seen any of them. So it really makes a difference. Hit the bell so you get notified when I drop a video. Leave a like on this video so I know you like the content. And once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.